By the end of this video, you will hand over half your daily tasks to 10 AI tools, and most of them are free to start. Here is the exact stack in the order you should adopt them. Let us start with why 2027 is the line. For years, software waited for you. You opened it, you clicked, you typed, and it did exactly what you told it. That era is ending. The tools we are about to walk through do not wait. They learn your patterns, they anticipate the next step, and they act. Think of them not as 10 separate gadgets, but as one connected system, a quiet team that works while you focus on what only you can do. We will build that team in 4 layers. First, the layer that captures and writes, then the layer that creates, then the layer that acts on its own, and finally, the glue that ties all 9 together. Adopt them in this order, and each one makes the next more powerful. Layer 1 is capture and writing, tools 1 through 3. Tool 1 is an AI writing assistant. It drafts, it edits, and it rewrites in your voice, turning a blank page into a finished draft in seconds. Tool 2 is an email assistant that learns how you reply and clears routine messages while you sleep. You wake to an inbox that has already sorted and answered itself. Tool 3 is a note tool that listens. Speak a rambling idea on a walk, and it returns a structured document with headings and action points before you reach your door. Together, these 3 remove the friction of getting thoughts out of your head and into the world. This is the layer to master first, because everything downstream depends on clear, fast writing. Layer 2 is the creative layer, tools 4 through 6. Tool 4 is an AI video generator. Type a sentence, and it returns a cinematic scene. InVideo is the one we use to turn a script into finished video without a camera or a crew. Tool 5 is voice and music. 11 Labs can clone a voice from a few seconds of audio and compose original music to match a mood, so a single creator can sound like a full studio. Tool 6 is a design tool that builds a brand mark, a thumbnail, or a full layout in seconds, a logo forming from particles where a designer once spent days. This layer is where attention is made. It is also where much of the revenue lives, because the output is something people watch, share, and pay for. Layer 3 is Autonomy, tools 7 through 9. This is where AI stops assisting and starts doing. Tool 7 is a scheduling agent that reads your calendar, finds the time, and books the meeting without a single back-and-forth email. Tool 8 is a research agent that reads 100 sources overnight and hands you a brief in the morning. Tool 9 is a task agent that executes multi-step jobs, moving data, filling forms, and updating records across a glowing dashboard while you sleep. Picture a tireless digital worker that never asks for a raise. The shift here is subtle but enormous. You stop doing the task and start approving the result. Which brings us to Tool 10, the glue. On their own, the first 9 tools are powerful but separate. An automation platform connects them. So the writing tool hands its draft to the video tool tool hands its file to the publishing tool, and the agent files the result, all without you touching a thing. This is the difference between owning 10 tools and running one system. When the glue is in place, your stack stops being a drawer of gadgets and becomes a quiet assembly line that turns your ideas into finished work. Let me show you one ordinary day with this stack in place. At 7, you speak 3 messy ideas into the note tool on your walk, and by the time you sit down, they are clean outlines. The writing assistant turns the strongest one into a script. InVideo turns that script into a finished video, while 11 Labs lays in the narration and the music. The design tool builds the thumbnail, An agent schedules the upload and answers the easy comments. You spent the morning thinking. The system spent it producing. That is not the far future. Every tool in that sentence exists today, and most of them have a free tier. Here is the mistake almost everyone makes. They collect tools. They sign up for 10 free trials in a single weekend, feel overwhelmed by Tuesday, and quit. But tools are not the goal. A working system is the goal. One tool you use every day beats 9 you opened once and forgot. So resist the urge to grab everything at once. Add a new tool only when the one before it has become a habit you no longer think about. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. One last thing, because everyone asks about price. Most of these tools have a free tier that is genuinely useful, so you can build the entire first version of this stack without spending a single dollar. You only pay once. A tool is already saving you hours. And at that point, the math makes itself. The recurring ones, the video and voice tools especially, tend to pay for themselves in the first week you use them seriously. And a word on what does not change. These tools handle the repetition, the formatting, the first draft, and the busy work. They do not replace your taste, your judgment, or the reason anyone listens to you in the first place. The goal is not to remove yourself from the work. It is to remove everything that was never really you, so the part that is can finally have room to breathe. So how do you actually start? Do not adopt 10 tools tonight. Pick one. Master the writing layer first, because it pays off immediately and costs you nothing to try. Once writing is automatic, add a single creative tool and learn it well. Then, and only then, let an agent take the repetitive work off your hands. By 2027, the people who feel ahead will not be the ones who used the most tools. They will be the ones who built the right system, one layer at a time. The full stack, with links and the exact order to adopt them, is in the pinned comment and the description. Next, watch how AI video generation actually works to go deeper on the creative layer. This has been Signal Horizon AI.